Yep, you know who it is. It's Mr. Know-It-All back with another one, episode 156 of the Mr. Know-It-All podcast. I ain't gonna hold you up. We got Kellie Q today. We got Tyre Moore today. And this is episode 1 of a two-parter. Gotta love it. And it's coming at you right about
no
now.
No more goody two shoes. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Fuck you too, it's likewise. This is what they left me in when they ain't choose the right side. Red inside my sight lines. Feeling this in my mind. Venomous synonyms. Nigga, I become a python. Cause y'all really push me to the edge. Ain't no more rebuilding once it's fire on the bridge. Keep an eye out when trying to feed a dog who ain't been fed. Cause after you feed them, they might use the strength to bite your hand. It's crazy, I know. Thinking how could they do it? Play with negatives. Way too long and they show improving that. So no more goody two shoes. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Fuck you too, it's likewise.
You know what I'm saying? I feel, yeah, let's talk. What's up? What's up? Yeah, no, what's up? Everybody? I was recording all that time, but I just want to, you know what I mean? You know, I was recording not all that time, like 12 minutes.
Hey, don't make a mistake.
No, I'm cutting that whole part out that we just like did. The recording had just started now.
Don't make a mistake and upload that now.
No, never that.
Ain't everybody business. Ain't everybody business.
It's not everybody business because, you know, the Wolves is out. I was talking to my man about the Wolves. We'll talk about the Wolves later on. And I'm not talking about the Wolves we was talking about 2 weeks ago.
What wolves you talking about?
We talking about the literal wolves. Usher's a different type of wolf.
Usher girlfriend was at the show. He ain't no damn wolf.
Yeah, that nigga's wolf.
No, his girlfriend be at almost every concert.
Yeah, well, she might
bring her out of the show.
She might be a wolfette.
No, he was not worried about no damn Kiki.
I know.
I don't know why y'all.
I don't know.
He hug everybody he bring up on there.
Yeah, I know. But niggas be jealous.
I pulled up Issa Rae when she went up there. She was freshly married.
She's married.
Yeah.
Freshly.
Well, that's the reason why I'm like.
The ring was still hot from fitting.
She ain't doing nothing but following the R&B blueprint.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dr. Brown used to get locked up for dirty dancing.
But we live in a world. We live in a world of perception, especially with social media. Perception is everything. People have turned a motherfucking narrative into something so fucking fast.
Yeah. I think it was publicity personally, but that's just me. And because most people, my homie was like, well, who was Keke Palmer? When it happened, he said, who's Keke Palmer? I said, you don't know Keke Palmer? He said, no, who's that? What's she on?
I know.
You don't know Lori? What? You don't know Lori?
So a lot of people didn't even know who she was.
Yeah.
Now everybody know who she is.
Tell them to watch Barbershop 2 and Nope.
I study public relations. That's why I told people about the Jamie Foxx today. I was like,
his movie dropped today.
Yeah.
I know. I got to see that. It looked good.
That's what I said, right? So all right. So mysteriously he got sick, right? Then
talking to the mic.
Oh, we recording?
Yeah, we recording.
Oh, well, that's on the list. So
all right, yeah. So let's not pre-pod on the pod. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot you was recording. My bad.
Yeah, I'm still recording and whatnot.
Okay,
Matter of fact, let's just get into this little tune and whatnot to get the mood set. You know what I mean?
I did it.
Yo, I got a feeling that.
I was watching something about Roger Troutman yesterday.
Yo, you ever see Bruce Banner right before he Hulk out? Kelly got that. You know what I'm saying? He got that. See, that's the issue, Stark. I'm always angry. Want to hear a song? Here it go.
Some people have a little, some people have a lot. Some fuck their lives up, some never had a shot. It's like you light up my life, but loving you isn't right. You make me all that I'm not. It's like you all that I got.
Sid Marcellus, what up, baby?
I never
You actually own the rights to this music. Why don't send you though?
That's why I give you all of my heart. She going wild, Bacardi get blowing loud. Hanging with the in crowd, cause she like they style. She don't know how quick that lifestyle could bring you to the ground. Cause I head up in the clouds. She was sheltered as a child. And well, one night she with him, she drinking and doing coke. They told her let's step it up and introduced her to dope. And she extended her arm, they tied it off like a rope. And put her life on a string, now she addicted to both. So months later, she caught her up in the mix. Now she don't care how she look, just jonesing to get her fixed. Her parents to kick her out for selling all of they shit. Her body all that she got in this world, so shorty trick. The needle got too expensive and powder got hard to get. So she started fucking with hard, and honestly, that was it. She stuck in a life of pain, she numbed it with every hit. So she thinking this full of shame with every bag of shit. It's like you light up my life,
City Ball.
but loving you isn't right. You make me all
my golden age right here.
It's like you all that I got.
I want y'all.
Never tears.
Y'all listen to this next story right here that he about to tell. Cause this is serious. I love this right here.
I wanted Reese since high school, but she ain't give him no play. Till he grew up and got a job that net him $100K. And all his people see through it. Told him he shouldn't date her, but shorty all in his ear. Don't listen to all them haters. He alienate his family. She fucking him for his cheddar, but promise to love forever. So he just go do whatever she says whenever she says it. So pussy with this pathetic. They at the altar be wet as soon as she said she was pregnant. It's been a year, he think he living a dream until he lost his career and ripped apart at the seams. Bree left him and took the kid, he found out was never his. Divorced him and got the crib in spite of all that he did. He gave up everything for the woman he thought loved him. Bree was his heart, she fucked him, he had nothing. So he bought a telly room and he put a gun to his head and blew his brains on the wall, holding a letter that said, it's like you light up my life. Loving you was
City Mall, man. This is the gift to the world.
I'm not. It's like you all that I got. Never tears.
Another video, it's another verse to that, but I ain't want to play it. Check it out, man. Get familiar. That's actually on streaming sites or whatnot. The Sin Marcellus. Y'all know Sin. Give
Shout out to Sin.
Sin a hand clap for that, man. Everybody. God damn, welcome back. It feels like it's been ages, but it's only been 2 weeks.
It's been ages.
To episode 156 of the Mr. Know-It-All podcast. And as always, I am Mr. Know-It-All, your favorite podcaster's favorite podcaster. Even if you didn't know that he podcasted, give me a hand clap. Also, media, multimedia, podcasting, and all that's lovable smartass. That is I. That is who I be. And to my left,
Hi, y'all.
it's her, the diva. She's back. I ain't even gonna call her what she don't like to be called today.
Thank
You know what I'm
because you know
saying?
the birthday coming up.
Oh yeah, it is. Your thing is on what? Tuesday. Oh yeah.
When your birthday?
Tuesday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Yeah. So we gonna party or
I
whatnot.
had to hit up my homie today.
You working the next day?
Yeah.
Oh well, you can't get drunk.
Why can't I? I'm gonna be there at 5 o'clock.
Damn.
I work 15 minutes from my house.
You still can't
I
get
mean,
drunk.
from my
drunk.
job.
I don't know, man. I don't know about
get drunk
I don't know about
anyway.
y'all. My 40s, my drunk don't work the same way. If I drink too much, I'm not rising and shining and all that good shit.
I don't get drunk anyway. I'm just there to have a good time.
Yeah, for a
We
good
just
time, not a long
celebrate,
time. Shout out to you.
Shout out my homie today.
Oh yeah.
I hit him up like, you know what it's about.
One
to
time
do.
for the birthday chick. 2 times for the birthday chick.
It's Kellie Q Diamond Phillips in the building. All right.
725 in the house.
Oh Lord, here the 725.
I have to shout out all my 725ers. There's so many of us.
Well, you
It's
definitely
crazy.
you gotta give love to the main seven. Yeah, you know,
Gotta
your
shout
brother.
out my R dot.
Yeah, you go. Ruffy Hendrix,
Gotta
man.
shout
Shout
out
out to my
Ruffy.
man. You know what I'm saying?
725
725,
all
my man. To my right,
To the right, to the right.
once again, one of our returning champions. The greatest social media manager on planet Earth
Cause she's ours.
that has ever walked the face of this planet. It is, once again, the brand, the woman, the myth, the legend, Taya Moore.
What's
Shout
up?
out to her, you know what I mean? Oh, man. Get with us on IG at Mr. _Know-It-All_pod. The Facebook fan page, Mr. Know-It-All Podcast fan page, which I got to block because we got a lot of spam coming through that motherfucker lately. We going to figure that out. Mr. Know-It-All Podcast on TikTok. And as always, please send us all of your lovable fuckery, duckery, and schmuckery over to the Gmail account at MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. That's MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. We're going to jump right into it. We got a lot to cover, a lot to talk about and whatnot, so we're going to get right
Talk
into
about
these
a little bit of time. Let's get
condiments. What are you talking about?
we got a lot to talk about in a little bit of time.
You're
Let's
absolutely
rock it
right.
out.
The ketchup. Let's catch up. Pour it all over the burger. Let's talk about it. Pause. I don't even know why I had to pause, but I
And
guess I
it
said
better
it.
be Heinz, not Hunts.
Hey, see, you know what? I ain't gonna
We're
say
not
that.
having this discussion no
I
more.
used to, yeah.
It's Heinz 57 or ShopRite bread, because ShopRite bread ain't
What about
nothing
Heinz
but Heinz
60?
57.
What about Heinz 69?
Hey,
No.
Make it do what it do, homie.
Yo, see, this is the problem. Somebody's on one today. That's how I had to test the waters. I'm gonna leave
It's
that
Friday,
alone.
you know?
That's what it is.
Friday.
Friday, ain't it?
Yeah.
I'm forgetting the days of the week and all that.
Whatever.
That's what
It's
concert is.
Friday.
Whatever.
No, I'll be forgetting the days of the week. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm in that space in my head. I'm like, oh, it is Friday.
What day is this?
It feels like a Saturday.
No, it doesn't to me.
It don't.
Because I work today.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's Friday. You got
Coming
it.
from work.
You got it. So what y'all been up to? Who wants to go first? What you been up to?
The birthday girl can go first.
I know. It's coming up, that good old 725
Yes.
for you.
Yes.
You will officially be 65 years old. The senior
Stop telling my
citizen
girl
is
is 65.
fucking with you.
I saw that on the other episode. I was like, really?
But guess what?
Kelly always
I'ma
get the
still
old
look
joke.
like this at 65.
Exactly. Period.
Go ahead. Tell her.
That part.
If anybody
But we
see
love it,
my
though.
mom, y'all know I'm still going.
So is this your third or fourth birthday with the Mr. Know-It-All podcast?
I think this is my third.
Third birthday. Go you. Go you.
Yo.
So what's the plan?
The plan is to meet up for drinks on my actual birthday at the spot that I sent y'all.
Yep.
Um,
I'll be there.
They have karaoke that night.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna bug out and have some good time.
You singing karaoke?
I might.
Oh shit. What's your song of choice?
I don't know.
You don't have yet.
I don't even have it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, just
Do
spark-
Tyrone. That's my karaoke
I'm gonna sing some
song.
Akinelli.
Tyrone is my karaoke song. And then I make a man come up there and say, but you can't use my phone.
And
then
take
he
you
goes
take
sit
the
down.
phone back. Oh, that's
Yeah.
you don't. Yeah. How many times have you practiced? that time?
I've done it a lot.
That's the song.
Is that's the
That's my breakout song. So whenever I go to somewhere for karaoke the first time, I always do Tyrone. And I always find some man to come up there so I can take the phone.
Now, do you rehearse this before you do it?
No.
You've never rehearsed it in the mirror.
Song.
Wait a
I've
minute.
done it so many times. I know it by heart.
Time
I be killing it too. I didn't got
you
standing
done-
ovations.
Oh
for this,
shit,
like,
you done crazy with it, huh? That's what's up.
I love karaoke. Karaoke queen.
So what have you been up to? How things going in entire world?
Life be life, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it do.
If life don't do nothing else.
But let's see what I've been up to.
It's true.
Managing the Mr. Know-It-All podcast.
Yeah, shout out to that. Shout out to
Managing Cheers Philly.
Right.
Planning a book celebration for the book I edited, which is one of my best friends. Wrote a book. How to improve your shooting percentage in 24 hours. Guaranteed. Yes. So that's on Thursday.
You
this week.
edited an entire book?
Yeah.
Shit.
Wait,
Yeah, we
So-
gotta
did
have
you
some
hear how
different
she said it?
Yeah, that's what I
It's
do.
like, yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it's,
She said, nigga,
Do you
like-
do that now? When
she
you
said,
do,
nigga, like it's hard.
do you do?
This is my second book I edited.
Damn.
Cause she said, nigga, like it's hard.
So do
got
you
this.
do when you edit? Do you need like a quiet space in order to do that?
I do, but at the same time, I spot mistakes like without blinking. Like if I see something, I'd be like, "That's spelled wrong."
How many
That
pages?
should have had a comma.
How many pages is this book?
It's not a lot, no, cause it's just it got like shooting techniques in it and like tips for
And this is metaphoric. This ain't like a book for Steph Curry. This is metaphoric shooting your shot, right?
No, it's not a metaphor.
Oh, this is literally shooting.
Yes, my friend is a basketball coach. He does
Oh.
workouts, sports counseling,
Oh shit! Okay.
all those
Shout
things.
out
So
to-
he,
Glad you asked, cause in my head, I'm
Yeah, I
thinking,
was-
so he
Definitely.
wrote a
shooting
book.
your shot.
No.
I definitely.
So
was
he
thinking
wrote
about
a book and it has tips on, helping people increase their shooting percentage.
it. Okay.
So he's been like going around all these places, the little
What's his name?
kids.
What's the name of the book?
It's called Step-by-Step Guide. Improve your shot in 24 No, improve your shooting percentage in 24 hours guaranteed. That's the name of it.
Awesome.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him. What's his name? What's his name again?
His name is Kenyatta McKinney.
Shout out to Kenyatta, man. That's
Shout
that's
out to
that's a
Mr.
good look.
McKinney.
So, I convinced him to have a book celebration
Yeah.
this week.
So
Yes.
drink liquor there too.
And then,
Drinking-
he
drinking some
keeps
drink.
trying to include me in it. I'm like, no, this is your book celebration. You wrote this book. I'm the editor, but you wrote it. Like, this was your
It's your
vision.
baby.
I just helped you with your vision.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no,
just
you
helped
got to
you
put
clear it
your
up a
books
little.
on the table too. I'm like, no, I'm not one of them people. I don't like to steal somebody
let
else's
shine.
shine. This celebration is for you.
Taya's speeches be like, that is like the origin of every hero in every story where it happens at the end and whatnot. Like it's like one of them things. Like, no, dude, you know, he doesn't want the credit. Then all of a sudden in life she turns into John McClane and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
No, I tried my best not to, you know.
Yeah, not to step on the situation. No,
And I appreciate the fact you want me to, you know, shine along with you,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I'm already shining. I'm the editor on the book, and I planned this celebration. So that's enough right there.
That's a
You know
different
what I
type of
mean?
maturity though, too.
Yeah.
That's a different type of maturity though. Like really, because most people don't have that. We might talk
That
about
humbleness.
the humbleness or whatnot.
Consideration.
That's ooh, don't do it. See, I don't know if she's shooting at you or she's just saying that to say it.
I'm shooting at you.
Wow, what you mean? Oh,
You always say that women are considerate, you know.
But see, all right, we talk about shot percentages or whatnot. See the 50,
Aw, man.
see the 50-50 divide in this room alone.
There we go.
Uh-huh. Consideration.
Consideration.
How's that going for you, Kelly? I don't give a fuck.
Is that your birthday wish to be more considerate?
She's like, it's my birthday. I really don't give a fuck.
No, she like, I'm definitely not being considerate this week. Maybe
At
next
all.
week.
Maybe she'll give it a shot later
She'll
on.
give it a shot after her birthday.
So I told you that I listened to, instead of reading, Think and Grow Rich.
Okay.
That was actually a good look and whatnot. I'm going to go back and listen as I read, you know, the next time I read it, but I just had to listen to it because I didn't have a chance to sit down and really read it. And it's by Napoleon Hill. Have you heard that book before? It's actually really good. It's kind of outdated. Book's about 100 years old, but it's one of those things where the editors kind of editor kind of put some things in there to kind of get things flowing, and it's a very, very interesting read. And then also The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Yeah, I've definitely read that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta read that.
Yeah.
That was a good look because it's a very.
Knocked it on the floor this morning, so I gotta read.
Oh, you definitely got to read that. Yeah, definitely read that. That was a good one. But yeah, other than that, you know what I mean? Most of my moves and shakings are for off camera and off mic. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? You guys don't get a deep dive on what's going on with Mr. Know-It-All right now. Just know I'm here and I'm still kicking. Yeah, shout out to me.
Shout out to that.
Oh man, so I have to find this. I be talking and then I be forgetting to bring this sound effect up because it's a pain in the ass to do it. But yeah, y'all can keep talking. Anything else that y'all want to add to that?
I got a blog coming out this week.
Hey.
I haven't done a blog in a while, but when I was on vacation last week and I was sitting by the pool, and I just started evaluating some things, like some conflicts that I have, and I'm like, I have these conflicts because I am just different, right? And so I have this thing I always say, I've been saying it for a while, pink Starbursts are not my favorite, right? So that's the statement I use to define myself. Most women, pink Starburst is their favorite. It's not my favorite.
Hate pink Starburst.
Yellow is my favorite.
What about the red ones?
Cherry.
All right, but
I like them all.
But
pink is not my favorite.
Now,
so when I say pink is not my favorite, like, you weird. How pink not? Oh, yeah, pink really is your favorite. You just saying it. No. Since I was a kid, I've never.
So this, what you're saying right now is literal. This is not. I think so much in metaphors.
No, this is a metaphor. That was the
That's
point
what
I'm
I
making.
thought. God damn it!
It's a metaphor.
I'm gonna trick myself.
It explains my entire existence. People are always expecting me to say or do what most women do or say, and I'm not going to because I'm not most women at all.
Yeah,
Like, I went in a store in Atlantic City, they had a whole display of pink Starburst. And I was like, yo, y'all really believe everybody likes pink, like all women like pink Starburst.
What flavor is pink Starburst?
Strawberry.
Oh, hell no. The red one's is the cherry, right?
Right.
But I like yellow.
But I think out of the Starburst pack, I can tolerate the orange. If I ever get pink, I'm always giving it away because I don't want it. And if you give me a lemon or a cherry,
Right.
then you're my best friend. Cause
That's what I'm saying. But see, we few and far between because whenever I say that to people, they be like, "What? What you mean you don't like pink Starburst?" And especially men. It's like, who don't want? And they're used to women who like pink Starburst, so they expect me to like pink Starburst.
But
And
I'm
I can be
not
like,
that
"No, I don't like pink. I like yellow."
I don't
No,
think I
you
ever
like
gave
pink.
it that much thought.
like my
So that's
like my
why
thing
it's a
is,
metaphor.
I don't like flowers.
I'm allergic to flowers.
I don't think I ever gave any of this that much thought. But the metaphor side of it, I can understand.
Yes, that it's a metaphor.
Yeah, I can understand that completely.
So
But if
let
everybody
me
went
let
and
me
seen-
land, as they say on Clubhouse. Let me land.
yeah, they say that everywhere else too. Go ahead. Land the
Well,
plane.
I be on Clubhouse. They say it all the time. I'm gonna land. I promise. I'm gonna land.
Right.
I do have some pink in me. You know, I do have a lot of femininity in me. I do have a lot of qualities that a lot of women
You
have.
can't say that out loud like
But
that.
I have a lot of stuff that a lot of women don't.
We about to talk about we about to talk about Pound Town, and you can't say that out loud like that.
I mean, I'm just no. Oh, I'm ready to talk about. Listen, but like I said, I'm a land. So
Right.
so basically that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
So in the blog, I actually say like I don't dislike pink. It's just not my favorite.
Right.
Meaning I have a lot of qualities or things that I like that most women like. And then it's other stuff like the sports and the more logic than emotion. Like that's my yellow. You know what I mean?
Everything ain't
That's
for
your unicorn.
everybody.
That's my yellow.
That-
I thought about you too. I was like, I gotta come up with something else because he keep calling me a unicorn.
That unicorn.
So now I'm
that
gonna
shit
say
is real though. That
pink
shit.
Starburst is not my favorite.
That should have no. That be. And I can
That's the
respect
thing.
that.
Everything ain't for everybody. I'm
Right.
not Taya. Taya is not me. But
Y'all hairstyles
Still my
wouldn't say
sister
that.
though.
But go ahead.
my sister though.
Still got my sneaks on.
Did we come up here with same hair
Same
color?
hair
Same
color,
hair.
style, and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on? Y'all be hanging out and shit.
And it wasn't planned.
It's not playing. It's just
Let me check. I gotta check text messages. Only thing I want to know is before we hop into current events, right? Them white folks that was singing "Juicy."
Oh, you saw my video?
Yes, I did. And I saw you cut it off before the hook came in. They didn't. What did they do if you don't know, now you know?
They didn't say it.
All right. So they just said, now you know, and they just was quiet.
Yeah.
Now, was nigga up there to say?
No, they like kind of bleep it out.
Bleep it out. Got you. That's all I wanted to know. I was like, I think
But
Ty might
listen,
have spared
I
something.
knew when the announcer said, now introducing Notorious DELI, I said, what? And then when I saw them, I was like, this ain't gonna go right.
Notorious
Going to the
And
left.
she was like, feed my daughters? I was like, yo, why did she have to say daughters? She
Because-
said it, for no offense, but she said it in the whitest way, probably like daughters.
But you know
I was
why?
like,
Yeah, and I watched that part, and it came. You know, the first thing that came to my mind, because I'm always on some extra blackity black shit. My thing is that I was thinking to myself that she could not fathom
Right.
that the
I
cops
was
would
thinking
arrest you
that
when you're trying to
too.
get money to feed your daughter.
I was saying
Like,
that too.
yeah.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, that's
when she
crazy.
said it. But the funny thing is, there was a white guy next to me who knew every single word. He was singing it right along with me when they was messing it up.
Yeah.
He knew every word. He was older too. He wasn't even young.
Oh,
He-
that song
he
is
knew
huge. That song
Every
was
word.
huge.
I was like, y'all need me to come up there with y'all? Like,
It was juicy. It was juicy. They were singing.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy.
it was so bad. She started out good and then I don't know.
Shit went left.
They left.
Yeah.
They actually didn't finish. They actually got off.
Oh, they got off the stage?
Yes,
'Cause
because
they
they didn't know the
Well,
word.
they couldn't keep the beat either. That was another thing and whatnot.
I'm like, she's like, when I had to
could-
get money to
Kelly-
feed my daughters, I
Kelly,
was like,
they could not keep the
you
fucking
ain't see it,
beat.
Kelly? You didn't see it?
You gotta watch
I'ma
it.
show
It's,
you.
it's crazy. All right, so let's hop right into current events.
Oh Lord, I'm so scared.
Come on. No, that shit didn't even play right. I gotta do it again. Thank you.
Where you gonna start?
Before we get super duper ultra serious, we're gonna get serious enough, but I want to say this thing first and foremost. R.I.P. to Tony Bennett.
Anthony Benedicto.
Yeah, Tony Bennett passed away today. Man, or yesterday, last
Oh,
night.
wow.
Yeah, so he was 96. And
I didn't even hear about that.
yeah, it was a whole lot. And that's rest in peace to him. He lived a long, prosperous life, did what he wanted to do almost up until the end.
I left my heart
Is
sad.
that who Carlson was always talking about?
Who?
Carlton on Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah, no. That was Tom Jones.
That's
Oh,
It's not
Tom Jones.
unusual.
Oh yeah,
That's
Tom Jones. My
ass.
bad. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, Tony Bennett is the one that was doing songs with Lady
Oh,
Gaga.
all right. Okay.
Yeah,
See, I'm getting like them,
Yeah.
mixing them up.
He's the one. What's that Christmas? What's the rapey Christmas song he did?
You sure that was? I don't think that was.
That was.
I don't.
That was.
What?
It was a Christmas song that was a tad bit rapey. But you know what I mean, it was for the time. He did that
I
shit.
really can't stay.
Yeah, that was.
Why you call that rapey though?
Cold outside. Sit
Wait.
your ass down. It's cold outside. You ain't going nowhere. It's cold outside.
He
And
just
I-
trying to keep it from going in the cold.
Yep, exactly. Why don't you just sit back?
Why
on
is it
this-
rapey though?
Sit back on
You
this
ever
couch
listen
and
to
yeah, you got to listen to all the lyrics of it. Yeah, listen.
I
to all
just
the lyrics.
remember it from A Different World when Dwayne had played.
Yeah.
See, you know when Dwayne had played it for Whitley
Yeah.
when he had like 3 jobs and she hadn't seen him in a while.
Well,
Yeah.
he could play it for Whitley. That was his wife. But Tony Bennett, on the other hand,
No, I'm saying I never heard the whole song outside of
I don't
that.
think he ever recorded it.
he never recorded that.
I'm looking at
So
all
who
the
was that
people that
singing it?
record.
Well, the latest version was Lady Gaga, but I don't know.
No, I ain't talking about that.
Oh, I don't know who.
I'm talking about when the episode of A Different World. Who was that singing? It was a
He was
lady
doing the
and a
Ray
guy.
Charles one.
The
Oh.
Ray
Ray
Charles.
Charles
That's what it
Who
was.
wrote the song?
Ray Charles.
Ray Charles wrote the song. Oh shit.
You know they always still.
And Lady Gaga did it, but she did it with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. She didn't do it with Tony Benedetto.
Tony Benedetto was
That's
crazy.
his real name.
His last name is Benedetto.
Yes,
He's a Spanish dude.
he's Italian. Benedetto.
Oh, Benedetto. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Italian.
All right. So moving on from there or whatnot, y'all want to go serious or y'all want to go funny first? Let's just go. I'm gonna take care of the little bit of the little goofy shit first.
No, do the serious first.
No, I don't want to do the serious first.
So
Can
we can laugh after the fact.
All right.
I don't want to
How long
laugh
is
and
that
then take the
serious one
mood
gonna
down.
go?
Then we got to try to go back up. That's
God damn. All right.
what.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Damn.
I got my eyes.
All right. Oh Lord.
Y'all already know where we going.
I don't
want to talk about
I don't understand.
Me neither.
But this might be one of the first podcasts that you hear. We just so happen to unfortunately have the pleasure of being the ones to be able to record immediately after this happened, about a mile and a half from where we are exactly. And I'm talking about Cheese of Mac and Cheese, who is actually the son of Gillie the Kid. I don't know Gillie's last name. I know his first name is Farad. I don't know his last name. You know, known rapper, much more known podcaster. Last night his son was actually gunned down. I think he was what, 20, 23?
25.
25. It is a sad scene, like beyond belief. As you know, I mean, if you've been under a rock somewhere, or if you were, an avid podcast listener, he's on his $1 million worth of game. He is now a multi-millionaire from, kind of from the muscle. As far as the podcast go, his partner is Wallow267, motivational speaker who did 20 years in prison, came out, hit the ground running. They're well known in this space if you are familiar with this space. This hits home for probably about 10 different reasons for me. I have a son not far from that age. I do podcasting. I used to be a rapper. That's just like a personal sentiment in my own mind, that it hits to. Also because of the fact that he was gunned down in a neighborhood that I grew up in. Not only he was gunned down around the corner from where I used to live at. You know what I mean? I lived there from the time I was 5 to the time that I was, 17?
Yeah, that's near where I live now.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I don't even know. I don't know. I mean, because you see everybody's opinions on it and everybody is talking about it. I haven't heard any, it hasn't been long enough yet for anybody to have a whole think piece on a podcast or anything about it. But I guess we'll be the first and we'll start to talk about it. This city is losing people left and right, and 99% of them are young black men. And it's not anything that's out of the ordinary, because this happens a lot. But this situation is a little bit different because I can give you 5 reasons that this happened and put it on a board and you throw a dart at it, and I would never say that you didn't hit a bullseye. It is one of those things where if I tell you that it's because of the hate, bullseye. If I tell you because of the simple fact that he's in a position to succeed because of his father's success, bullseye. If I could tell you it's a reason, it's people out here that are wolves that hate Gillie the Kid and Wallow 267 and are looking for a reason, bullseye. If I tell you that they saw him with the money and the chains and the vehicle and all that in a place where they felt like he didn't need to be, bullseye. If I tell you that, if I say something like the people that did this knew him, bullseye. This is a sad, sad thing. And maybe our listeners that are not from this place, it won't hit as hard as home. Or even if you're not from the inner city, it won't hit the way it hits for us. This situation is terrible because it leads me back to this envious spot of my own people. It's something about us that's terrible. And I was talking to somebody about not even just people that are in America that are black, even outside of America. People, and I'm not even talking about people in color in general. I'm just talking about black people. We got some unlearning to do. It is fucked up out here. 30 shots, like this is fucking tragic. Like really? And he had the Gillie Fest was this weekend, right?
No, it's the 29th.
The 29th. And are they pushing it back? Are they canceling
I don't know.
it?
They haven't said anything.
This is fucking crazy. Somebody else, please give some sort of thought into this, because this is blowing my mind.
So what's crazy is not too long ago, Gillie had a video talking about, the city and the violence and how back in the day, people just wanted to get money, get women, that kind of stuff in Philly. And he was just talking about how women, older women or grandparents and children used to be off the table as far as violence went, right? Like, even if you had beef with somebody, it'd be like, oh, you lucky you with your kid. Now it's like, I don't care if you with your kid. I'm going to get you right now. And that is the difference, because, a lot of people be like, oh, it's been violence in this city. That is true. But the type of crime and the, total disregard for life in general is not the same. Like, this is really some different stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's, people have their opinions about Gillie and Wallow, whatever, right? Right. But at the end of the day, you can say that they try to do a lot for the youth in the city.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? Like, they're like they try to speak to the youth on their level. They're always like, yo, stop doing that dumb stuff and go get some money. You know what I mean? Right. Like, they try to do that. So, it's very sad to see you lose your own child. You know what I mean? While you was trying to save the youth, or while you was speaking to the youth, or trying to be positive, whatever. And you just never know what this kind of situation will do to a person. You know what I mean? It's not even just that you lost your child, but you lost your child to gun violence. You know what I mean? And, he was the only one that got killed, but there's 2 others that got shot also, because basically the block was shot up and, I think he was running or something and got hit in the back. But, I still don't even know what to say. I mean, when first thing I saw this morning was that, and I'm like, what? That's the first thing. He always had this boy with him. Like,
I woke up to see that, and it's
terrible. But aside from him, it's just, I don't even watch the news. Let's start there. Most of the things I hear is that somebody is sending me like, you heard about this? Yeah. Whatever. I don't watch the news. If I watch the news, I won't go outside.
I can understand that.
Like, my anxiety is bad, and it's worse when I watch the news. So I really don't watch the news at all. And I'm very selective about how long I pay attention to anything, or, whatever. Like, my emotional investment is very low because I can't afford mentally to carry all this stuff. It's so much going on in this city. Like, when No Gun Zone first came out, no offense to them, I used to follow the page. I don't follow that page no more, because I don't need a play-by-play of every shooting, every murder, every
Yeah, that's true.
this, like, it's just too much. It's like what Meek said one day, like, it's like Nightmare on Elm Street.
It
Like,
really
is like Nightmare on Elm Street in Philly right now.
We are literally living in a live action horror movie, and it's ridiculous. And it is, anybody is susceptible to this. This is the problem. Before I give my actual take on like because I got questions about it real quick, Kelly, your thought process. You don't even really want to mention it.
Well, here's the thing. It's not that I don't. It's a horrible thing when anyone loses their child.
Yeah.
Philly's been losing too many children.
Yes.
I just don't know much about who they are.
To
even speak on. Like, I didn't know the son was like an up and coming rapper or whatever. I barely know who Gilly Kid is.
Yeah.
So,
you know,
but I'm familiar with who he is because I see his podcast stuff now. But you know, it's just heartbreaking.
It really is.
Anybody lose their child, it's just heartbreaking, and just stuff that has popped up, just stuff that I've seen today. Of things that have happened today, it's just exhaustive.
It's that's exactly, that's the perfect word for it. It's definitely exhausting.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, it's different when you see someone with their child all the time, and then that person gets killed. You feel like you can almost feel it. Like, I know this is crushing him because he love his children. Like, they go on trips together. He put them in the rap industry. He had that whole video. He had that whole, you know, the video went viral with the challenge. People imitating his video, whatever. So, you know, and you seen a lot of celebrities like, oh, he was so cool, this and that. So, you know, he kind of was known, you know, across the board. And from what I'm seeing, nobody has had anything bad to say about him personally. So
really that would that situation, even if somebody had bad to say, that would be very, very much null and void right now, because this is, you know what I mean, there's certain things that are about that just hit harder than others or whatnot. Nobody deserves anything like this. This is my thing. So I recently, you know, signed on, you know what I mean, my man actually has, his stepdaughter actually has a community center. And what I'm going to, you know, start doing is, you know what I mean, opening up like a small little like academy, you know what I mean, for podcasts. And I'm going to do that a couple times a week, have the kids come through. They already bought a bunch of equipment, so I'm going to give them a rundown,
nice.
You know, about, you know, how to do this, and, you know what I mean, just, you know, to get acclimated, and, you know, things like the equipment, the cadences, the history of podcasts, and things of that sort. So it really it took a lot from him to get through to me when we were talking at one point about essentially the give back, because it's never been a problem with being open-hearted enough to give back, you know what I mean, especially to the youth, because you want to teach them. The big thing about it is that I have an ultimate goal, even in, you know, my thought process, and it has nothing to do with about me wanting to do business and wanting to expand and wanting to make things happen. It just has a lot to do with where I want to live. And I say to myself that shit, you know what I mean, even if I gotta commute, you know what I mean, on a regular basis, if I'm a business owner at the time, a flourishing business owner, then I would commute back to the city rather than live here. And a lot of it has to do with, and people say, well, why would you leave? Why would you leave? And I say to myself, dog, these wolves are out here.
No, we need to ask now, why would you stay?
Why would you stay? And you know, me and him, you know, had this conversation earlier, and he was like, you got to understand that a lot of times that it takes an awareness, you know, on these people's part to know exactly where you are and know what you're doing. My thought process is always going to be like, it shouldn't have to be that way. The problem with wolves is, he's like, no matter what you do, you can't get away from the wolves. The wolves will always be there. Cool. So your objective is kind of all right, you stay away from that element. You do things, you know, alongside of it. But, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if they really want you, there's a lot of these dudes. Pop Smoke got hit in an Airbnb in Calabasas. So if the wolves know, the wolves will, they'll come after you. If
they're looking for you, they're going to find you.
Exactly.
Right.
My thing is this. These kids nowadays run with some sort of reckless abandon that I've never seen before in my life. The disregard of life is crazy to me, and it's testing my limits of faith in this generation. Like really, like real rap. And when I start to look at it, like my son has had friends murdered. We've had a friend shot. You know what I mean? 16 years old, and this is recent. This is a very, very volatile situation, and I'm not saying that I'm on my give up game, but I'm saying is that like you want to help and you want to be, but the worst thing to do is to try to help the situation and be in the thick of it because you don't know whether the wolves are lurking or if you're among the wolves. You really don't. And when I say like something like when it has to do with him knowing a person, I believe that shit wholeheartedly, man. I believe that shit wholeheartedly. I know for a fact that more than likely he knew that person. Or Gilly knew that person. Or Wallow knew that person. Or their family member knew that person. It just sucks that we have to have these conversations over and over and over again. And now it hits so hard, you know, in a public figure, we looking at it like, people say stuff like, you know what I'm saying, oh, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, when you got all that money, you got to steer your kids away from a situation, which is very, very true. I get that. But it shouldn't. Why do we have to live this way? Why do we got to live to where it's that we feel like we got to, all right, automatically, because that's what people do. People get money and they move. You know what I'm saying? And no, don't get me wrong. It's a smart thing to do, but we're conditioned as black people for that to be the case because at the end of the day, the place that has nurtured us, upbrought us, you know what I'm saying, taught us everything that we know about life, all of a sudden is we start to see it more clearly. Like, yo, you know what I mean? When I was a wolf, I was among the wolves. You know what I'm saying? But when I outgrow this shit, I'm food now. So now I got to leave. And it's so sad. Look how many rappers get killed in their own element because of petty jealousy. I don't give a fuck what the wolf's reasoning is. For some reason, this is what he wants to do. And I just don't have the faith in it. And it's going to take everything in me, especially with a 13-year-old daughter, especially with a 19-year-old son, you know, that's in college, that I worry about every fucking day. Every day that he comes, he's here. And I'm like, dog, you only here for 3 months out the year because now you in college. Every fucking minute of it, I'm just like, yo, don't go here, don't go here, don't go here. You're going to be a grown man. He's a grown man now. So essentially what'll happen is that in 2 years, he'll be 21. You know what I mean? It's hard not to tell him shit. So you're 21, you're 22, you're 23, you're 24, you're 25. They're still your kids. Especially when you're not an old, decrepit-ass man and whatnot that they can't move around. When you can speak to them on that level and they can identify with you can have these conversations. I couldn't fucking imagine. I'd be inconsolable. And the thought process of me on my mind would be revenge. And that, to me, that's not even in my spirit. That fucking sucks. I mean,
and it's the things like, last night I went to a concert with my mother. Me and my mom live on, now, 2 different parts of the city.
Right.
The concert was on my side of the city.
Right.
And I told her, I have to go to work that day. I cannot drive from work to your house, back to my house, back to your house, back to my house.
Right.
I was like, if you can get to 30th Street Station, I got you.
Right.
I happened to talk to my son last night, and I was like, well, I'm waiting for, Grandma to call me or whatever. And he was like, call you for what? I was like, well, she's going to meet me at 30th Street Station. She going to get on the train? No, go get Grandma.
Yep.
Now, mind you, they 2 sides of the same coin.
Right.
And it be some days, I don't know how he feel about his grandmother. Yesterday, I knew for sure that he loved his grandma.
Oh, he loved his grandma. You know what I'm saying? We may not agree all the time, but you know what I mean? You love your family. You know what I mean? It is what
no,
it is.
Mom, go get her.
Yeah.
He's like, I had permission to share this. You know she old, and she got a smart mouth.
And you know how many...
Go get her.
Yeah.
Do not make her drive the train from her house to 30th Street Station. I called her, and I was going to go get her because he was so passionate about it.
My
I was
mother,
going to get. She was like, "Girl, bye. I'm gonna park my car at the Rock." And she got on Amtrak, so it's not like she was on SEPTA.
Right.
She got on Amtrak, and Amtrak took her straight to 30.
See, it's a comfortability factor. One quick story, then we can change the topic because this shit is depressing. My mom, you could take the woman out of the project and put God all in her life.
But you can't take the project out.
But you can't take the project out of my mother. She was. At the time, I think this is when Donovan was a baby. Donovan was either a baby, Shannon was pregnant with Lyric, so Donovan had to be about 5. Mm-hmm. We had a cookout at the house. Now, mind you, this is when not when we was living here. We was living across at Mayfair. And Mayfair is not that bad. Like if you go down Frankfurt, then the shit turned into Frankfurt. You know what I mean? The whole thing. So we having a cookout at the crib. Everybody's over the crib and whatnot. We chilling, all Edinburgh people. We having a fucking ball. I'm surprised you wasn't there. I don't even remember. But we was there. We living it up. And these two people start arguing at the block over because we live right in the corner. So you cross the street. It's on Stevens Street. You cross the street and it's a whole situation going on. Like it's getting ready to be. Somebody about to throw the fuck down. I said, all right. So my mom comes out like, no. So they jump on a nigga. Boop, 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 boop. Boots to ass. I mean, hands and feet on this nigga. Lighting his ass the fuck up on the corner. My mother.
Oh, Lord.
Who just can't, who is so project. Can't just
let this fight happen.
Yep, can't just let it happen. No, that's not fair. They doing that to him. She goes over there, pulls the holy water out of her, and if I'm lying, I'm flying. Pulls the holy water out of her purse. I'll rebuke you in the neck. Now, mind you, my reflexes as quick as a cat. I was like, oh, you done lost your damn mind. She jumped off. Well, I was like, and this is the only time that I ever cussed my mother out, using cuss words and everything. She went to go do it, and I guess she was like, you hurt my wrist or whatnot. She was like, I didn't know you was that damn strong. I'm like, she go to throw it on him, and she's like 2 inches from somebody's face doing this while they beating the shit out of this nigga. And I grab her wrist, and when I tell you I grabbed her wrist like she was a child, I'm talking, I grabbed the wrist so tight I could like touch both of my fingertips. I'm like, the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? I dragged her into the house. The fuck is going through your mind? All right, Keith, you gotta. She was like, why you acting like that? I said, Mom, I will have to kill somebody the fuck out here. Are you kidding me right now? What makes you think that that's a smart idea for you to intervene? Why I can't? My spirit will just won't allow me to do. I said, well, yeah, but you don't understand. This ain't that type of situation.
Somebody turned around and shot you?
I said, I had Rob, Big, Pre, all of them with me. And they looking up, and you know, Rob, that's a hood ass nigga too. He always on go. So he up there like
he ready.
He like we gotta fuck somebody up. I'm like, no, I'm sitting up there. I'm talking to my mom, and Shannon is like, all right, don't talk to your mom like that. I'm like, listen, there's certain things that we have to understand. And I'm like, yeah, because you gotta understand that this, regardless of what you think, and you grew up in the 80s on the crack era. So I can't tell you shit. But what I can say is that this situation right now, because it take one of them niggas to hit you, I'm gonna try to beat one of them niggas the fuck up, and then when I lose, because it's 15 of them, I'm gonna go get my car.
And I'm
running niggas down. I'm running niggas down. It's gonna be an ugly scene. Like, you gotta stop. I'm saying that to say this. The thought process gotta be a little different, and I hate even living in a place where I have to even have that thought process.
It's the worst.
That sucks. All right, let's get cheerful. Rest in peace to Cheese, Gilly, Wallow, Tootie. You know what I'm saying? That's his wife's name. We are praying for you and your family. If you hear this, I don't know if you hear this, you don't. We are praying so much for you and your family and everybody else that's involved in these things. You know, Lord, just have strength for him. Oh man, bless him. That's madness. Yeah. Cool. Speaking of kids, let's go on another direction.
Oh shit. Did you see one?
Carlee Russell?
I was about to say, did you see one on the side of the road or something?
What the fuck is happening? What has happened in the past week and a half that have had people just losing their fucking mind? Is the heat?
Oh, it's been longer than a week and a half.
It's been longer than a week and a half since she did all that. But then, you know what I mean? And maybe we wasn't paying attention to it the last time. Did this happen?
Oh, you talking about her? I thought you meant in general.
No, her crazy ass.
The heat has been sending people off. But what? Okay.
So
okay. Let's start here.
Let's start by telling the story, because there might be people that are under a rock that don't know what's going on.
Before we even get there,
and she AKA too. Goddamn. Shannon is giving her the boots. Like, what the fuck is wrong with her?
My coworker
says
snatch our pearls.
Oh, absolutely.
They just might.
Pearls.
Yeah, they got to. You might need to kick her.
What you're not going to do is that.
You want to tell a story. She, essentially, if you've been living under a rock somewhere, there was a young lady,
25 years old,
25 years old, that actually called the cops and said that she was stranded on the side of the highway. Well, not stranded on the side she was on the side of the highway, and she
saw a baby.
She saw a baby. A baby.
A baby.
A fucking baby on the highway.
Three or 4 years old with a diaper.
From what I understand, when the police chief or whoever was doing the report, saying that from where she was, there were 3 parks.
She drove 600 yards.
Right, so had anyone...
Nobody else seen the baby.
No one else seen this baby, this phantom baby. Somebody else would have called, because the baby would have had to walk past one of these parks.
Oh, so past the baby.
The baby would have had to walk 600 yards because that's how far she drove.
In a diaper on a highway. On
a very active highway.
She must have saw that Kevin Hart skit.
What have you? That's all.
Yo, that's what everybody playing. A baby, a fucking baby, like a baby, like she
a baby was on the highway.
A baby on the highway.
The Dearborn.
She seen the baby. Also past the baby, right? Then this young lady goes missing, vanishes without a trace for 2 days.
She left her wig, her phone. No, listen, I'm just telling what happened. She left her wig, her phone.
From what I'm understanding,
her car, everything.
She had a roster.
Leaving your wig.
But she ain't leave them snacks though. Them snacks she got from Target before she rolled up and saw the baby. She ain't leave them snacks.
Oh, she took the snacks with her?
The snacks with her.
Kidnapper took them snacks.
And her food.
And then, hold up, here's the big thing.
But the search history.
No. We'll get to that in a second. Let's talk about who she said kidnapped her. Because apparently Hulk Hogan came out of the woods.
Wow.
And grabbed her. She said he had orange hair with a bald spot and said that they was feeding her peanuts. Cheez-Its. Yo,
and they painted her fingernails and did her hair.
Yo, what the fuck? So
after putting her in the back of a trailer first.
Right.
And then they
wait.
They didn't keep the rope on tight because they didn't want to leave impressions on her wrist. What?
But then she said, was she like describing
them? Do you have to pay
for Amber
Alert?
Yo, wait. Did she?
She looked up.
Did she try to describe
for an Amber Alert?
Did she try to describe these people as like mongoloids? Like, was this like from you ever see the movie Wrong Turn? Or like Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah.
I think that's what she was trying to
them deeply embedded.
Yeah, like them people, them inbred people. Was she trying to say that? Because I'm like, damn, I don't think you was far enough in the woods for all that shit. Like somebody came out to the woods and grabbed you.
When she went to look for the baby, somebody pulled her over a fence and put her in the back of a trailer. And they didn't want to leave an impression on her wrist.
Right.
Because kidnappers care about how your wrist looks.
Right, exactly. They want to make sure that you ain't fucked up.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they fed you Cheez-Its and did your hair and painted your fingernails.
Oh, my gosh.
Was you at the nail salon?
So.
Like, no. I just got to say, right? The media is something else. Because when the story, when you first heard the story, everybody's like, oh my God, this girl just vanished off the is in the state. She's a nurse. So when they say stuff like that, like she's a nurse, she's 25, she ain't never been no trouble, blah, blah, blah.
That's stupid.
You
I'm
really
sorry,
think
she's just out of
it's
her fucking
something.
mind.
You really think something. You really think that this did happen.
Right.
And so for a while, I'm like, it's no way nobody would make something like this up. Like, I mean, I know black people got Jussie Smollett PTSD.
Oh, yeah?
But
yeah.
I never...
See the meme? Where's
the verses...
She would
win the verses.
She definitely gonna win the verses.
All she would have to say, well, I said it was a baby out there, and then she would win. Like,
I don't know
just based off of that.
The baby verse, the Subway is fucking me up though. Like that's the you know what I mean?
I've seen the one where it changed from her face
to his.
Right.
Yo.
Then there's another one where he's looking at the screen talking about, I believe you, Carl.
Yo,
And
black people really got Jussie Smollett PTSD.
Yeah, we do.
Because now this is a joke.
Yeah.
But the worst part is we have a hard enough time being searched for
right
when we're missing.
Talk about the search history.
You're going to lie?
Can we please talk about the search history?
I just want to tell everybody, I still need y'all to believe black women, though. Just because this one was lying doesn't mean that everybody is.
Y'all down bad right now.
Women do still get kidnapped. Black women are still going missing. Black children still going missing. So still repost, and if it turned out to be a hoax, then okay.
Y'all down
but
bad
you
right
never
now.
know if it's not going to be true or not. So I need
Find
y'all
my
to
ass.
still believe black women.
Y'all down bad right
Back
now.
to Carlee Russell, but still
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
black
The
women.
list of searches include the following.
July
11th, 7:30 a.m. You have to pay for an Amber Alert or search. July 13th, 1 a.m. How to take money from a register without being caught.
Can I just play the white man talking about it?
No.
Because this is even
No.
funnier. It's funnier when
Wait
he
a
talk
minute.
about it. Go ahead.
July 13th, Birmingham bus station. July 13th, and this is all like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
One-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville with a departure date of July 13th. July 13th, 12:10 p.m. Search for the movie Taken.
Wait a minute, stop right there.
I have a certain set of skills.
Wait a minute.
I have a certain skill set.
Wait. I almost just said, wait a minute. I'm lightheaded. The search for the movie Taken. When I tell you I laughed for 15 minutes straight, I couldn't stop. Because the only thing I keep thinking is I have a particular set of skills that make me disappear with babies on highways that make me a nightmare for people like you. I don't care. Everything else is a formality to me. When you Google Taken, that's it.
Oh,
That's it. You win. If there was a song, if this was the verses, and there was a part of the story that we had to go with that would win her the verses,
This was it.
this was her Jadakiss moment of the verses.
Well, how about
Googling
how
Taken.
about this part?
Go ahead.
This part. So, they also said that there were 2 searches related to Amber Alerts found on a computer
Taken
at her
is
job.
Crazy.
One of them included the maximum age for an Amber Alert. This part. There were other searches on Carlee's phone that appeared to shed some light on her mindset. But out of respect for her privacy, we will not be releasing the content of those searches.
That's the
at
ones
the
I want to
time.
know. That's what I want
Those
to
are
know.
the ones I want to know.
That's what do you think that they was?
Bitch, am I crazy? Do I need medicine?
I don't know.
Can I tell you one?
Do I have psychosis?
Can I tell you one that I can almost bet your bottom dollar because they don't even want to say it out loud?
What?
How to appear raped on a rape kit. I fucking guarantee you that's on there.
How to fake a rape kit.
How to fake a rape kit. I'm telling you why. Here's the thing. Because if that's the case, if you could do that, that makes your story more believable. Here's another one. How to fake your own death. That is definitely on there.
Wow.
My question is this.
And not get caught or make it seem like you're dead and then reappear.
I want to know, what was she trying to escape? Because she didn't do all this for internet attention or anything like that.
No, it was a nigga.
Yeah, but what was she trying to escape though?
She was trying to escape the roster?
No, so there's a boyfriend that, of course, he was a person of interest.
Yeah, I saw that.
But there was another joint that she was dealing with, and that's who she.
And then the boyfriend was cheating or something with a stripper. I heard. I don't know.
Do you think they would have said if she's pregnant?
That might and that. So I didn't want to say that, but that was one of the things I thought she might.
That's another thing I'm thinking about too.
But they're not. But see, here's the thing. This story pretty much gonna be over, right?
Disappeared for 2 days.
All the cops did was tell enough information for people to not be panicking anymore.
Right.
So they had to let you know that it wasn't a baby. They had to let you know that she walked home. You know what I mean? Like they had to let you know those things so that people be like, okay. Especially people in that neighborhood, like, dang, somebody just got snatched off the road a mile away from home. We need to be watching our back.
See, the more and more we talk about it, the more the shit ain't funny no more.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's crazy.
Now this heifer's out of her fucking mind.
It's crazy.
Yeah. There's something going on upstairs that ain't quite the greatest.
I mean, but this the thing, right? You're 25 years old. Why couldn't you have just left?
You a nurse.
Why can't you just say, I need a couple days, I don't feel like being bothered, and go where you want to go? You're not 12. You're 25.
She probably got a main nigga that she ain't fucked in a month.
What she do? Because he was out there searching for her with everybody else.
Yep, and she probably was pregnant by the side nigga. And he know he ain't hit that shit.
It's possible. But
see that this is
I'm not gonna speculate. All I wanna say is you're 20 at 25, if I ain't feel like being bothered with people, I could go wherever I wanted to for a couple of days.
She is like
I wouldn't have to fake a kidnapping.
She is like the big boss of black women lives right now.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up. Cause I'm thinking that everything that we talking about, hold up. One way, shape, or another, I think that's in the mix somewhere. Think about all the lies that, you know what I mean, that we say, or think about all the things that happen and we say believe black women. I think that she has a collaboration of a bunch of those in this one fucking story. She actually displayed a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? And I think the ones that they keep in secrets are the ones that deserve the biggest covering up.
Yeah, and that's the part that bothers me because, the celebrities get involved and, the activists got involved and y'all don't never care about when black women missing. This need to be on every station. Mm-hmm. And it's like for this to... Now I'm being serious about it. Like for this to, not turn out to not be true and you planned it. Look, I feel like, now I'm a joke again. I feel like she was in the hotel room and saw the news like, damn it. I did not think it was going to go this far. And
I didn't know they had a camera on the highway.
Exactly. I didn't know they had a camera on the highway. Oh my gosh.
Like, how did you not know they have cameras literally everywhere?
And nobody ever saw the baby.
And then maybe you shouldn't have called the cops. You could have just called your family and said you saw a baby. But then once you called 911, like, it's going to a whole nother level.
Why'd you have to call anybody?
That 911 call is what did it for me. Yeah, there's a baby on the highway. He's about 3 or 4. With a diaper. Yeah, I don't know. He's like by himself. I was like, what?
So you got a camera there, right? Then they can trace the call time back to when you did. All they got to do is look for the baby, and the baby's not there. Guess what? There's nothing there. You're a fucking liar, and you're weird, and this is strange. And we got to check for people's mental health. Like, for real.
I'm burning my cape. From now on, I'm going to wait for the press.
There we go. Thank you, Taya, for once. For once. You know what I'm saying? Believe black women. Just don't believe them all.
I'm going to wait for the press conference.
Just don't believe them all.
Next time.
Don't believe them all. This shit is ridiculous. And I hope more comes out about what the fuck happened.
I doubt
this
it,
shit is extra. It is extra, extra, extra. And it is crazy.
I doubt it. I think they just told us enough to, eliminate the panic that the public had.
Speaking of panic, so so what I've heard is, so you sent me something about Pound Town being the history.
Why you gotta say I sent it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I say no.
No, that's your job. You sent the shit to me.
I'm joking.
Yeah. So why I gotta send that shit?
I ain't even want to search for it. I was like, ugh.
So this got crazy because what's her name? Red what?
Sexy Red.
Sexy Red goes,
AKA Big Sexy.
So she goes to a high school and performs. And they said she came out holding the middle fingers up, throwing up gang signs and all this extra shit. And people will start like thinking to themselves, like, why would the fuck would a high school let somebody perform?
She performed?
She was performing. Well, the principal pulled the plug in the middle of the performance. That's a whole nother story. But I think that's the reason why the situation is circulating, because they're looking at it like, why the fuck is y'all letting a chick that's talking about her pussy pink and her booty hole brown perform in front of
Yo, when we was at Crush for Stars listening party.
Oh my god.
And the song came on, Shannon was like, this song is horrible with a W. I said,
it is horrible.
It's horrible.
Honestly, like how do we even is a certain part in the verse and it don't even rhyme all the way. She said, I'm out here in Miami looking for a hoochie daddy.
Well, you know, Drake called her his rightful wife this week. I mean,
he's but Drake is if he don't do nothing else, that nigga trolls. If he don't do nothing else, he's gonna troll. Like honestly, Pound Town.
First of all, I don't like it because what happened to foreplay? Pound Town means it's no foreplay. So I don't need you promoting.
Wait, who said that Pound Town mean it ain't no foreplay?
What you think Pound Town is?
I think whatever. I mean,
that's how I interpret it.
I don't.
Pound Town is we
I just went
right. That
to
means
Pound
we
Town like that. We got straight to it. That's it. There's no foreplay.
You don't think? I don't know. I think
no. I don't think Pound Town
I'm telling y'all
excludes foreplay.
Yeah, that's why she being that descriptive.
I think foreplay is
just go for it right away.
Foreplay is a road to Pound Town.
Nah.
I mean, you could just get right to Pound Town, but I think that, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I could be wrong, but that's how I interpret it.
Yeah, but that is just, the name of the song is one thing, but the lyrics is crazy.
Oh, that she not done. She got a couple other songs.
I know. What's the ski?
So here's my thing, right? This what I wonder. Mm-hmm. I would have loved to be a fly on the wall in the room of executives who watched her perform that song. Was like, that's it. That's a hit right there.
They let her do that.
Like,
who let you?
What?
Who let you record it?
They let her do that shit at the BET Awards next to a pastor.
That was the first time I heard it. That was the first time I heard this song. I said, "What is this?"
Pussy pink, my booty hole brown.
So people were like, "Well, this and that." I'm like, "No, there is no song like that. There is no song that very descriptive on that. It just, I don't know. I feel a little, a little hypocritical coming down on a song like that. But I really just feel like
you not gonna compare none of the Little Kim shit to her.
One of my friends said that her friend said the difference is you would not go to somebody and say that. Like anything else, you could say to somebody like, "Yeah, I got that wop," but you're not going to somebody like my pink booty hole brown.
That's kind of crazy.
Like, yo, let me tell you something.
That's kind of crazy.
Let me tell you something. My booty hole, like you're not going to say that to somebody. So that's why it sounds so bad because it's not sexy talk. You know what I'm saying?
There's
like,
nothing. There's
raunchy.
Like raunchy and it's sexy talk. Like
Yeah,
Little Kim, my neck, my back, that is not. It's not sexy talk.
There's nothing sexy about saying.
It's just not for me. I really don't like to trash anybody's.
No, it's not about trashing it because it was that way.
It's a lane for everything for everyone.
But
to me, it's just
when stuff like that was just real low key on where it was played.
Right.
It wasn't at BET Uncut. It wasn't.
I don't even think BET Uncut got that.
Well, they did Tip Drill, so I don't know.
Tip Drill, but that was just the video.
And it was played like 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You can hear this song.
There's nothing
at the bar.
There's nothing about saying my pussy pink, my booty hole brown that you can't imagine at the very moment that it's said.
That's what I'm saying.
The only thing you thinking about is somebody's brown asshole. That is out of control. Like Oh man, I don't know.
I seen a video the other day
lost.
with a little kid singing it. I'm talking about like 3 years old. Somebody sent it to me like, I know you hate this song, but look at this. And I was like, this is why I hate this song.
So I said I was
They
talking.
got no business singing it.
I was talking and you know the parents are like, well, they gonna listen to it anyway,
No.
and I'm one, and I'm not one that what you call it, but I was talking to Shannon about it, and Larry come up to me, y'all talking about Pound Town? Oh, I hate it here so much. I hate it here
Lyric.
so much. Stop talking about fucking Pound Town. This is listen.
And it's catchy. That's the bad part.
Am I just old and washed, or am I one of these people that's just
No.
like I just rather never hear this fucking song again in my
No.
life?
Never again.
You're not old and wise, and I say I'm not old and wise because I do still like ratchet music. I very much so play ratchet music.
But there's-
Like
I think-
Glorilla, Lotto, all them.
There's a difference between
Right.
ratchet and raunchy.
Yeah,
That's
right.
that's
I
beyond.
like
that.
raunchy too. That's
Yeah.
just too raunchy for me.
That's just too much.
Well,
Like I said, it's not
Well,
sexy talk. Like you would not go up to somebody and say that.
Your booty hole is not a sexy part of your body.
At all, ever.
And then you
I
gotta
don't
tell
want
me what
nobody.
color
I
it
don't
is.
want to
Like,
hear
You gotta tell
Janelle
everybody-
Monáe talk about her areolas.
no.
I just don't.
I don't mind that too much, but that's just me. But I'm saying, you know what I mean? To me, that's more endearing than saying that your sphincter
look,
is brown.
so-
Like that's kind of crazy to me.
Back to Drake for a minute, right? You said he trolling, right? So a lot of people ain't think he was trolling. And they started talking about, see, I told y'all anybody could be a wife. You see Drake call her a wife. And then this is how, the cycle starts again.
Well, you let stupidity learn for itself. That's
Listen,
another
we
thing.
talking
A lot
about
of
the
time-
internet.
Yeah. Internet
Everybody
is a dumbass
doesn't
place.
see through things as trolling.
They don't, but the internet is a
They
dumbass
take
place.
it literally.
Yep. They do. They take it literally, and I'm gonna let them find out on their own.
Yep.
I'm gonna let them find out on their own and whatnot. Because like Chris Rock said, people they gotta pick a wife among these bunch. These men have to pick a wife out of these, and the women have to pick husbands out of these niggas. Good
Well,
luck.
Sexy Red would get married before I would.
Oh my gosh, I knew sooner or later y'all coming in.
Listen, I'm just telling you the truth.
That's not
Listen,
true,
y'all-
Taya.
No, listen,
It's not
I
true.
keep telling y'all this. Y'all believe that, you gotta look like this to be a wife. You gotta act like this to be a wife. In the words of Steve Harvey, only any woman who finds a man who wants a wife can be a wife. It ain't no certain look a wife got. Ain't no certain background a wife got. None of that.
And that's it for episode 156. Sorry for the abrupt ending to the episode, but we'll get back with you with part 2 of it next week. Until then, stay safe, smart asses. Love you. Peace.